to Sports Movie Magic, and our movie this week is one that I think we've all watched. I think we've all enjoyed it. We've all tried it. We all have all tried it. And before I tell you what it is, we'll play a clip for it right away. This is one of the start of the movie, and you'll notice a very famous face in it.
Sir, could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps put me to sleep.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Okay, that is the opening, one of the early scenes of Happy Gilmore, the 1996 movie. It's amazing that it's actually so old. I mean, I do feel old talking about it, but it is amazing that it is so old. It was a box office hit. It was following up from Billy Madison, his previous Adam Sandler's previous movie. A lot of same people acting in it. 12 million budget, made 41 million. So I'm going to ask is Brian there just to sort of to bring him into this as well if he's interested. But I'm going to start straight away with Keen. Keen, it's a movie that a lot of people have tried to recreate when they go out to play golf, because it is about a guy who fails as an ice hockey player because he can't skate, has an amazing slap shot, finds out that he can hit the ball a mile in golf, and then tries to make it as a pro golfer in order to get the money to pay off the mortgage for his grandmother's house that's been repossessed. Take it from there.
Yeah, again, another sport that I failed miserably at, so I can empathise with that as well. A couple of misfortunes on the golf course in the last couple of years, but definitely a fantastic film. Probably just, again, it probably put Adam Sandler on the map, probably back in the mid-90s in terms of a writer and things like that. I read a couple of things that he wrote up with one of the better-known co-writers that wrote with him, and I think it definitely helped him, helped keep him going as a writer and keep him relevant, I suppose, in the mid-90s, Alan.
Okay, but this is now when he decides that he can't give up on this dream of making as an ice hockey player. So this is something that, again, I saw this in Canada in 1997, and I didn't understand because I didn't see the movie at that time, and I didn't understand what was happening. But I saw this in a baseball batting cage with an automatic ball pitcher, and I have to say I did try it myself.
Oh yeah, bring that shit on, man. Oh, good, I love it. Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right.
Oh, my God, son, what the hell are you doing?
364 more days till next year's hockey tryouts. I gotta toughen up. Yeah! Oh, God, that felt good. Yeah!
Andrew, have you ever tried that?
Absolutely not. Not in a batting cage. No. I've seen how fast those balls come. I used to go to batting cages all the time, and so no, I've definitely not tried that.
As a movie, okay. So as a movie, where is it rate for you as a sports movie? And like, have you watched it a number of times?
I've seen it a lot of times. Yeah, and I'm a sucker for, mindless comedies. But that one's really stuck with me always. And it's one of those timeless movies here where, everybody, like you said, everybody will try a Happy Gilmore one or two times on the golf course here and there. And also I must say that one of my favorite Twitter followers, I love to follow, there's a Shooter McGavin Twitter account. And he's brilliant at bringing humor to golf news and things like that, and calling out golfers for things, and I love it. So the fact that there's a Shooter McGavin a Twitter account that is a parody that has, goodness, I want to say it's like 400,000 followers. That just shows the timeless nature of the movie.
Now, as Andrew mentioned, Shooter McGavin, he is kind of the archetypal villain in this. Perfect villain. I actually played it in a really, really good way because there were many other people up for this role. He played it very, very well, and he's a kind of a rival golfer, kind of a typical, white bread, as they would call, golfer who just does the right things right. This line for me is the most memorable of the whole movie. You can judge for yourselves.
You gonna beat me? And go? Oh, you're on. You're in big trouble, though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
No, that moment, because I had that moment. I'm going to say, Tim, my son, is most likely watching this because we were in Budapest for his 10th birthday. As you do, you bring your son to like Sin City for his birthday before he turns 10, and we're eating pizza. And he said it because at that time he was very polite. We were eating a pizza, he didn't like it, and it was quite spicy. And he said, "Dad, this pizza tastes like dog poop." And of course, I went, "Tim, how do you know what dog poop tastes like?" You know, and it was unintentional with this. Isolt, I mean, the movie is good on very, very many levels. As Andrew said, it's mindless, it's funny, but it's one you can watch over and over again. And there's a great cast in it as well. Like, would you recommend it for people to watch?
So I'm going to lay my cards on the table very quickly. I hate Adam Sandler, hate him with a burning passion, and yet in our
That's all. Yeah.
in our family home, Happy Gilmore is still there on tape. I don't know if we have a video recorder to play it on, but we have watched it that many times. Like, absolutely love it. And it was only in later years when Bubba Watson arrived on the golf scene that I was suddenly like, we need to put back on Happy Gilmore in the house. I would say my favorite scene is where he's telling the ball to go in its home. And it's like, he's shouting at the ball and you're like, I have seen a grown man who lives in this house with me do similar when it comes to his swing is not like that because he's learning to golf and everything the correct way. There will be no messing with the swing. But it's a timeless film. It's like Cool Runnings. It's that, the message behind the good guy, the bad guy, you know, like and the IRS, of course, repossessing the house because she wasn't paying taxes. I'm kind of there going, she probably should have been paying taxes. I don't know if I want Nana's house back. But, and he even has the minute where he has the bet with the guys who are coming to repossess the furniture. Like, everything about it is the ability, like, in a weird way, the message is quite simple. Someone has a basic ability that they don't realize is there because they're applying it in the wrong place. And once they start to do it, like, even when he gets your man's hand, he gets the alligator that took his coach's hand and then he falls out of the window. It's like, everything is just, it's so OTT that I don't think it would work as well if it wasn't a film about golf. I think something about the eliteness of golf and that kind of, you know, you expect them to be kind of that sort of snobbery about the game. And then in this guy comes. And I think in a weird way, you still see it today with people joining. Like, so again, Bubba Watson was this guy who came in and everyone in golf was like, hold on, where did this guy come from? What way is he swinging? Like, everything, not the norm.
As Ethan says, so basically we've all had those moments where I've seen a very good friend of mine, a very good golfer, we were playing in Ireland and he took his driver because he'd been playing badly off the tee and he literally threw it up into trees, like up high into the trees beside the tee box and the sixth tee box. We couldn't get it back. He was asking me to climb the tree because he had a little bit more weight than me, or a lot more weight than me, and he was asking me to climb the tree to get his club back. And I'm like, so, but that time, putting is my greatest problem. It's a huge problem. It's gotten worse since I got an injury in my wrist, where I actually have to put against myself. So I drive one way, I put the other way. This is exactly what Eastwood was talking about, this moment, trying to tell the ball to go home, that its home is the hole.
Son of a bitch, ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me! Suck my white ass, ball!
So that's the moment. But I will say one thing about the swing, because this is where it all comes in. Because basically, Clubber Lang, Apollo Creed from or Action Jackson, he came in to say that this guy has talent, that he'd lost it, like this coach had lost his hand in an accident with an alligator, and as Esau referenced, this is what Happy Gilmore does best. This is what he does best. So this is his amazing swing to drive the ball a mile.
It's all it's all in the
Get off of me!
Hey, just easing the tension, baby. Just easing the tension.
Well, ease it on someone else.
Quite unrealistic. However, an Irish golfer, Pádraig Carrington, is able to do the same because, of course, the Irish sport hurling, which he played, which his father played as well, lends itself to this kind of golfing style. Andrew, are you going to try that the next time you're playing out at Augusta?
At Augusta, yeah, you can't get within 5 miles of that place. It's a fortress. But maybe I'll have to try now that I'm living nearby.
Okay, Andrew, I know you're going to run. We're going to close up in a moment, so I'm going to ask you all once around. Out of 10, Andrew, start with you. Out of 10, what would you give Happy Gilmore?
Oh, 9 to 10. It's up there as one of the best sports movies I've ever seen.
Okay, Cecil, Cody.
It's getting a solid 8 because nothing will beat Cool Runnings, no matter what you throw at me.
Okay, and Keema, give me
7.
Oh, okay, all right, 7 out of 10. Right,